Flexbox is used to position CSS elements in a flexible way. So we're going to be talking about Flexbox in this section. To use flex on an element, we're going to have to set the display to flex. That's what I'll do here. Display flex. So now we've set this box container to display flex. And you can see it now sets the boxes right next to each other on the page. Throughout this section, we will be using flex to style this tweet. So to get ready, we're going to have to add display flex to a lot of the elements. So let's add it to the header, display flex. When you're using Flexbox, you have to use display flex on a lot of different things. So I'm just going to copy this, and we have on the header, we have it on the profile name, we have it on the follow button, we have it on this H3 and H4, we have it on the footer, and we have it on the stats. So now we have Flexbox everywhere we want to have it. And you can see it's already made some changes to what our page looks like. After we add display flex to an element, it becomes a flex container. And this makes it possible to align any children of the element into rows or columns using the flex direction property. The default to flex direction is row, but you can also set it to column or row reverse or column reverse. So for this challenge, we are going to set this box container element to have a flex direction. So we'll put flex direction, and I'll set it to row reverse. Now let's update the page and see what happens. And you can see everything has been reversed. Now we'll apply the flex direction property to create rows in our tweet. So both the header and the footer have child elements that could be arranged as rows. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to use flex direction here in the header, direction, and then set this to row. Now I'll just copy this, and then I'm going to paste it down at the footer. So now they both have flex direction row. If I refresh, you'll see that nothing has changed. That's because row is the default setting for flex direction, but we'll be making more changes in future challenges. We saw how to use flex direction to create rows. Now we'll do it to create columns. It's pretty straightforward. We'll just set flex direction to column. And now we should see a change when we refresh. See, row is the default, so when we set flex direction to column, it updates to columns. You can see in this tweet that the name Quincy Larson and his Twitter handle appear right next to each other. These would look good stacked on top of each other. This is the perfect time to use flex direction column. So let's go down to the profile name section here, because the name and the Twitter handle are all wrapped in the profile name class. So let's add flex direction and then set it to column. Now let's refresh and see what that looks like. Okay, much better.